This question showed up in my inbox. Let me read it to you. Good morning. Rhetorical question, unless you have an answer. How do you manage reporting to a leader you don't think is competent, but you don't want to do the leader's job? It's not your work to do, it's theirs. I know you might ask, okay, so why would anybody care about your 2 cents? Because actually that's what I do professionally. I'm a leadership and HR consultant as well as a personal growth coach. I help people figure out these kinds of questions and navigate a path to get to their goal. So let me go back to the question. The question is, what do you do with the boss, frankly, who you don't think can do the job? Do you, in fact, help them out? Do you, in fact, try to get off the team? Do you try to go somewhere else? What do you do? Now, drop in the comments, what would you do if you thought your boss was incompetent, but you got to report to them? What do you do? This is what I told the person that I would put on my list in terms of where I would start. First and foremost, I would try to figure out if that person was dangerous, and I say dangerous simply because they're incompetent. I think incompetent people are dangerous. Are they dangerous and malignant, meaning they're out to get you, or are they dangerous and benign, meaning they're not out so that they can mess you up? They're just trying to get their job done. Sometimes people even know when they are incompetent in their work. And so with that, when you figure out what you're working with, that gives you some information. If I think the person is dangerous and benign, one of my recommendations is when you start to do your work, not theirs, mind you, be thoughtful. Perhaps you might even give more background when you explain the decisions you're trying to make, the things you want to do, because that background information helps to educate them. As a result of that, they will see you perhaps more so as an ally rather than a threat, rather than somebody from whom they need to protect their job and reputation. So that would be the first thing I try to do. Is this person dangerous or are they benign? On top of that, do I need to educate them? Do they have the kind of ego that will allow somebody to educate them? The second thing I would do, and any credible HR person would agree, document. Every time you have a disagreement on how a project should get done, priorities, all of those things, making certain that you keep a record of that and that you regularly engage so that you don't wind up holding the bag for something that you couldn't completely control. And here's the third part. I would build relationships with my boss's peers as well as other leaders within the organization, just in case I need a lifeline, whether that lifeline gets me out of the organization or gets me simply assigned to somebody else. Now, tell me in the comments, what would you do if you thought your boss was incompetent?